Hello. So this was my third shift or something like that at the fire department, and I got a couple calls I want to talk about. I fought my very first fire. My very first fire at that fire department. Um, it was a it was a dumpster that was lit on fire, and I also got to go on a call where someone was having a stroke. So really fun stuff. But let's get into it. So the first story I'm going to talk about is the stroke call. So since I'm the new guy at the fire department, there's two ambulances that I've been just switching off of, and I've just been going on call to call to call to call. So this happened when I was on another call. So basically, like we dropped that one person that we were on at the hospital, then we went over to this call where the lady was having a stroke. So when we got there, the other ambulance was already there, treating the patient. And so, um, from I'll just tell you my perspective. So we got there, and the lady that's having a stroke is already on the gurney, and they're taking her out and getting her to the ambulance from like by the time we showed up. And I guess basically what happened, how we found out that she was having a stroke is there was this person that walked her dogs, right? And she was coming back to like going over to her house to walk her dogs, and then like saw that something was off, so they called 911. And the last time that she was known to be like normal was 2 days ago, from when they called. So this person could have been stroking anytime from then until 2 days. So I don't know. That was crazy. But anyways, so we go get to their house, but by the time we're there, they're already loading her up in the gurney and taking her to the ambulance. So we show up, get her to the ambulance, and we're treating her. We put on a 12 lead and a glucose and all that fun stuff. And she was having facial droop and like the full 9 yards. She wasn't talking to us. Like she was for sure stroking. Anyways, so we drive up to, I guess, like an airport. I couldn't really tell where we were at because I was in the back of the ambulance, but it looked like an airport where like helicopters at, because we flew her out because it was like the last known was 2 days, so she could have been stroking 2 minutes ago or 2 days ago. We don't really know. Anyways, so we go and we were able to fly her out of the where we were at, and she was able to ride the helicopter. So that was really cool. But that was just basically just a normal stroke call where we flew her out into the helicopter. But I got to watch the helicopter go off, and I don't know. It's always super cool to see. Like that wasn't the first time I saw a helicopter take a patient to the hospital, but every time it's super cool. Like watching it lift off and like having the dust or whatever go right in your face because you're too dumb to cover your eyeballs and mouth and crap. Um, so yeah. And then so that was day two of my shift, I think. I can't remember. And this so that was that. I don't know, really cool call. And then the dumpster fire, that was my first fire. So all the fires I fought before were grass fires. So this was like my first like fire that wasn't grass related, because it was a dumpster. Um, so basically we get like I'm in the middle of like I'm like trying to figure out where everything's at on the ambulance. And then we get a call for a fire. And I was like, oh frick. So we go and I put on my turnouts, get my radio strap on, put on my turnout coat, and like get ready to go to work. And I'm a little amped up because this is like my first like fire. So I forget to put on my comms, like because in a fire engine, you have like these little headphones things, and with a microphone. So like on the way there, I didn't even have that on, and I guess my captain was trying to talk to me, but I realized I didn't have it on, and so I put it on. But that was like 2 minutes before we got to the place, um, and I was putting on my gear like in the middle of driving. Like I put on my coat, I mean my pants and my hood, and I put on my coat and air tank, all on the way there. And we're going lights and sirens, but it was super fun. We get there, and we go out, and I pull the bumper line, and I didn't have my fit test, so my cap didn't want me on the nozzle, but I was able to pull the bumper line. We pull the bumper line. I go and call for water. We mask up. I mask up faster than my senior firefighter. We do a bite check and we get to work. And he was on the line and I was just humping line, basically. And yeah, we put out the fire. Basically what happened was there's these girls that were having a pool party, and they saw smoke over like the fence or whatever, and they saw that the dumpster was on fire. We don't know what made it catch on fire or anything like that, but I know it was super fun that I was able to put out a dumpster fire. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Like, it was plain and simple. Pull the bumper line, spray some water on it, mix it around, make it all slushy, and yeah, call it a day. So it was a really simple call, but it was a great fire. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to talk about. We did run on some calls other than those, but they're all kind of dumb calls, a bunch of baloney. So I'm not really going to talk about it and waste your guys' time. But yeah, other than that. So thanks for listening to me.